Alright, so boom, it is that time once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and also the head honcho, the leader of the Pittsburgh Steelers, also known as a Pittsburgh Steeler aficionado. But here we are for the 2021 season on the chase for the 7th Lombardi. The stairway to 7 has been going on for quite some time, all right? Since 2008, goddammit, we got to get 7. What's going on? But we ain't talking about that right now. The schedule has been released. You see, I got the Akatsuki do-rag on. Why? Because we're going to catch the entire league in the Genjutsu. Last year, you guys had the easiest schedule in the league. Ha, ha, ha. This year, you have the toughest schedule in the league. How you like them apples? I like the apples very good because we're going to eat through every single goddamn team on the goddamn league. Everybody gonna lose at the feet of the Pittsburgh Steelers. First and foremost, for what reason? I wish I could understand. Death, taxes, and the Pittsburgh Steelers not open up the goddamn season at home. We gotta go to Buffalo. Buffalo's only good for 2 things: breaking tables and Wild Wings. As it pertains to football, it's never that good. We gonna wax their ass 1-0. The next week, we finally get to play at home. Who's coming to visit us in week 2? Here comes the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh my God, guys, it's the Raiders. The Gruden Grinders are at the door. We're so concerned. No, we're not. We're going to kick John Gruden in the face. What does he do best? When the lights are on, he chokes away W's. And that's exactly what the hell the Raiders going to do. We're going to go 2-0. Then the next week, who's headed to business? Who's coming to town? It is the Cincinnati Bungles. Ain't nobody worried about no Cincinnati Bengals. Nobody's worried about no Cincinnati Bengals. The last time Cincinnati did something is when they killed Harambe, and that was a goddamn gorilla. Ain't nobody from Cincinnati gonna do shit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But remember last year, they beat you on Monday Night Football. Von Bell blew up Juju Smith-Schuster. Corvette, and we gonna turn up the motherfucking Corvette, put our foot down on the gas, go 140 miles per hour all over the motherfucking Cincinnati Bengals. I don't care how many people they got at wide receiver, who they got in the backfield. They can't protect Joe Burrow, and it's going to be Blitzburg all over the damn field. You're going to see Joe Burrow's guts all over the floor. The crowd is going to be screaming, "Help them! Somebody help them! Think of the children!" Nobody's going to come to Joe Burrow's aid. He was going to die in Heinz Field at the feet of TJ Watt. He's gonna eat your children. Don't do that. That is cannibalism. Don't eat the man's children. But then next week, we're going week 4. We're gonna enter week 4, 3-0. Where are we going? We're going to Lambeau Field. We're gonna go meet the disgruntled Aaron Rodgers. Is he even gonna be the quarterback? I think so. He's gonna be starting this year. I think he's gonna leave next year. But yeah, it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, the 2-time visitors of the NFC Championship that lost 2 in a row. That's a whole lot of depression, man. That's a lot of devastation, you know. That's a lot of letting your team down. And guess what? You better call the Ghanaian, the goddamn pallbearers from Ghana. Get ready to. Why? Because you're going to let down Packers Nation once again as the Pittsburgh Steelers walk into Lambeau. They walk into the frozen tundra and they leave your asses frozen because we're going 4-0. I don't care if you got the reigning defending undisputed MVP of the league. He's going down, baby, because Blitzburg going to take him down too. I don't care if Kevin King ain't on the ball club no more. His spirit will continue to run rampant in that secondary. And Juju Tick-Tock Poppy, Corvette Schuster's gonna run all over that secondary. Chase Claypool gonna go all over that secondary. You're gonna have James Washington go all over that secondary. Eric Ebron all over that secondary. Najee Harris gonna activate his dreadlock powers and run all over that damn Packers defense. And we're gonna start the season 4-0. And who we playing after that? We've got the Broncos. Hey, look, Denver's coming to town. What we did last year? Whip their ass, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. They're going to have Joe Hayden mic'd up for the 2nd year consecutively against the Broncos. And what are you going to say? I lift. And we're going to lift the Broncos straight into the L train. We're going to drop them off in the damn L train. They're going to fall into the shadow realm, never recover. After they lose to us, they might never win again. We're going to be 5-0 going into week 6. Who we playing in week 6? We got the Seahawks coming to town. Remember Super Bowl 40? You guys cheated. It was rigged for Jerome Bettis. Well, guess what? You're going to get run over by the bus once again. But the bus ain't going to be Jerome Bettis. It's going to be Najee Harris running all over that defense. Who the hell's been sacked the most in the league since he's entered the league? That name is Russell Wilson. And guess what? He's going to have a rough future in his future. And we ain't talking about the rapper from Atlanta. You're going to see Russell Wilson all over the floor. Pittsburgh is going to kill this man. Ciara's going to be 1-2 stepping her way into the ICU to see her husband because Russell Wilson's going to be getting his ass whipped. Pittsburgh Steelers are going into the bye week in week 7, 6-0. 0 blemishes on the record. Remember last year we started 11-0. You goddamn right, and we're going to be 6-0 again. Week 8, who's coming to town? We not going to nobody coming to Pittsburgh. We on the way to Cleveland. We gonna walk in to people's, houses who whipped our ass in the playoffs last year. But guess what? Marquise Pouncey's not here to snap the ball into the Allegheny no more. All right, we got a new center. Shout out to Marquise Pouncey, man. I wish you would have, still around. Perhaps you could have messed around and won yourself a ring. But we ain't talking about that right now. We going to the dog pound. And guess what? It's going to be looking like the house of Mike Vick somewhere in 2006. Because the dogs are going to get their asses whipped. And you're going to see the Pittsburgh Steelers run all over the Cleveland Browns. We gonna kill them. We gonna kill them. We gonna take the Browns to the only Super Bowl they've ever been associated with, and that's the toilet. They're getting their asses whipped. We're gonna end week 7, end week 8, 7-0. The week after that, where we going? We got the Cleveland Browns, we got the Chicago Bears coming to town. Hey, we're the Bears. Guess what? Call us the Tranquilizers, substituting as the Pittsburgh Steelers, because y'all motherfuckers going to sleep. What the hell are the Bears gonna do? They ain't been good since 85. Bears going to sleep. Y'all ain't never accomplished nothing, and you're not gonna accomplish nothing this year because the Pittsburgh Steelers go run right through you as well. What are we? 8-0. Who's coming next? Oh, the Detroit Lions? We got a new quarterback. It's Jared Goff. Here comes the Lions. Here comes the Lions. Well, guess what? It's about to turn on the PBS 13, motherfucking channel. You're going to be the Between the Lions because you're going to spread their cheeks and fuck them with a blowout. Don't do that. That's bestiality. You don't want to fuck lions. You go into the Sahara. You go somewhere into some sort of desert. Well, not desert. You go into a forest, jungle. If you're sleeping with lions, you feel it. But something's wrong with you. But we're going to whip the Detroit Lions' ass. They're going to get their asses whipped. They are serial choke artists as well. They get on their knees at the AVN Awards and wait for their possible blowjob. The coronation of the awards. We choke as well. It's not only the Falcons in the NFC. I beg to differ. It's you guys as well. Serial choke artists. And guess what? Your damn throats are going to be in locked up with the Pittsburgh Steelers Dende down your motherfucking esophagus. We're going to walk into our Heinz Field, have the Detroit Lions come visit, and they leaving with another L. Who we got after that? The Chargers? We got to go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers? Ain't nobody worried about Chargers. We use batteries, and we going to destroy the damn Los Angeles Chargers. Ain't no Phillip Rivers. He left. He left. We have Justin Herbert. He retired. Nobody ever wins with the Chargers. And guess what? Justin Herbert's not going to win with the Chargers. Nobody is going to win with the Chargers because we going to lay it the smack it down all over the motherfucking Los Angeles Chargers. They ain't going to lose as well. Who we got after that? The Bengals again? Didn't we have this conversation? But we're going to Cincinnati. That's the scene of where Von Bell destroyed Juju Smith. We had this conversation already. Joe Burrow's not going to make it to the second matchup. I don't care who's going to be playing quarterback. Does not matter. Everybody in Cincinnati is going to die at the hands of the pass rush of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They all getting their asses whipped. We're still going to remain undefeated. And then that's week 13. Oh, baby, here we go. With 12-0 going into week 13. Who we playing against? That's the Baltimore Ravens. No team in the league I respect more. But guess what? We swept y'all last year. And guess what? Get out the brooms once again. Because we're going to sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. You better get your asses whipped. As Booker T once said, your ass about to get waxed. And that's exactly what's going to happen. We run the dwarf. I said the dwarf. We run the north. There may be some dwarves out there. That's going to be, the passing ability of Lamar Jackson. I don't care who the hell lines up on the side of the field, on the offensive side of the field alongside, Lamar Jackson. The end of the day is y'all going to get y'all asses whipped. Ain't no Eminem gonna be playing. You're not gonna see no 70-yard touchdown passes to Hollywood. Ain't nobody gonna be saying, say goodbye to Hollywood. Y'all gonna be saying, say goodbye to W's, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna take care of business, beat y'all ass, move on to 13-0. Who we got after that? We playing against the Minnesota Vikings? The Vikings? The Vikings? The Vikings? It's a W. Nobody got to talk about no Minnesota. Who cares about Minnesota? It's a W. Next week after that, we got the Titans? You think I'm scared of? Oh, Henry. I'm not. It's going to be later in the season. He's going to be a little bit of a problem. That's a big brother, That's a big brother. But their defense is ass, and the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to take care of business. So regardless of the fact that, Henry going to be doing what he's doing, he might run for 200 yards. But we gonna run for 200 yards too, because Najee Harris gonna activate his dreadlock powers before Derrick Henry activates his dreadlock powers. And we gonna whip the Tennessee Titans ass, drinking Tennessee whiskey left and right. We gonna get drunk by halftime and still put you guys away at the tail end of the fourth quarter. And we gonna move on to 15 and that's the wrong number. It's supposed to be 14-0. It's not 15-0 at that particular point, because the next week after that, we got the reigning, defending, undisputed, two-time AFC champions. All right, one-time Super Bowl champion, at least in the last 2 years. They have 2 Super Bowls as an organization. But here comes, our trip to the Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be interesting. Day after Christmas. It's going to be a showdown. But let me tell you something. We grew up here as Pittsburgh Steelers fans, not really big fans of the Muppets. So Kermit the Frog, you gonna get your ass whacked, because TJ Watt's gonna put your head straight into the floor. You gonna be eating the damn, the motherfucking manure that your wife, Miss Piggy, happens to live in, because that's exactly what's gonna happen to you. Y'all couldn't block nobody in the Super Bowl. I don't care if you beefed up your offensive line. You're still gonna get your asses whipped. The defense could not stop Tom Brady, and guess what? Big Ben is old as well. Maybe not as good. Brady. But he gonna do what he gotta do and get the football to the people that gotta get the football, and we gonna move on to 15-0 and wax the motherfucking Kansas City Chiefs and put the league on notice that we are the true number 1 seed. We are the class of the AFC. And then after that, we got the Browns again. At this particular point, we went back into the bathroom. Somebody had called us to work as a plumber. All right, so we had to go check the tubes. We had to go and check the toilet. The Browns are still in there. We're gonna wax their ass again. But this time, instead of flushing the shit down the toilet bowl that just so happens to be the goddamn Cleveland Browns, we're gonna take out our appendages and urine all over the Browns. Then we're gonna press the flush the toilet and make sure we take out that broom and sweep y'all motherfuckers out of the AFC North. And then the following week, we got the Ravens, and we're playing at Baltimore. And guess what? We're gonna kick you motherfuckers out of contention for the postseason. That's right. That's right. Y'all gonna need a win at this particular point to make it. But guess what? We want perfection. And that's exactly what the hell you're gonna have happen. All right? Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna walk into Baltimore, walk into M&T Bank Stadium and make a withdrawal. It's gonna be a W. And you're gonna see the Pittsburgh Steelers, the first team in NFL history to end the regular season a perfect 17-0. And we're on to the postseason. We're gonna win 3 playoff games. We're gonna go into the Super Bowl. We're gonna hoist up Lombardi number 7. Big Ben's gonna retire and ride off into the sunset. And once again, the Pittsburgh Steelers will reign supreme over the NFL as your 7-time Super Bowl champions. Now can you dig it, sucker? Well, things got carried away real fast. Release, not gonna catch myself nor you in that genjutsu. Will Pittsburgh go undefeated? No. I think there's about 4 to 5 games, maybe 6, that I believe that they will lose. I think the floor is 11-6 because there's 17 games in the regular season now. So I'd say the floor is 11-6. The ceiling is 14-3 or better. Well, then again, that kind of moves the ceiling. But whatever the deal just so happened to be, I have them winning between 11 and 14 games. Here are the teams that actually, make me question. Week 1 against the Bills. The Bills are, at this particular point, a better football team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they've had our number the last 2 years. Both games were relatively close, and then ultimately something happened, and that led to Pittsburgh messing around and losing them games. So I would hope that they're able to keep their foot on that throttle, really utilize Najee Harris in his debut, and mess around and get that W. But the Bills, that's one game that I think that can go either way. Next, at the Packers, mind you, both those games on the road. The Packers, although it's a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers, I do believe that he will start at quarterback this particular game. I don't trust the Packers defense, but I definitely trust their offense, and I think they can definitely take advantage of our defense. They may not run the ball as well with an Aaron Jones and company. I don't expect them to run very well against Pittsburgh. Matter of fact, I take that back. They'll probably be able to run very well against Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's defensive scheme will probably go in trying to make sure you can nullify Aaron Rodgers, but who really can nullify Aaron Rodgers? So I expect the Packers to have, be an extremely tough game, and that's a game that I can see, us losing. After that, it's kind of a coin flip situation against Seattle because I know the defense is going to do whatever the hell they want against Seattle, but there are moments in which we've seen it all year last year. You'll get torched on a big play, and who has bigger plays than Russell Wilson? Whether he's throwing to DK Metcalf or throwing to Tyler Lockett, whoever the hell it happens to be, he's going to throw the ball vertically down the field, and we have a propensity to get beat deep. All right, we find ourselves on Cinnabar Island quite a lot sometimes, and we mess around and need a burn heal, but unfortunately it'd be too late because by the time we could put out the fire, the game is over. So that's another questionable game as well. Then I got the Baltimore Ravens when we play them at home. All right, usually it'd be, you go on the road into Baltimore, it's a tough situation. No, I am not concerned about going into Baltimore to close out the year. Concerned about going there the first time. Because usually when you play against the Ravens, it's not after an amalgam of games. You mess around and play the Ravens, whether we coming off of a bye, or if it's earlier in the season, it's maybe like 1-2. Not when there's a 5. What is this? We got 5 games between after the bye week until we see the Ravens. So I don't know if we're going to be up for that particular game. That kind of concerns me. I'm going to say this right now. I'm not worried about the Browns. I am not worried about the Browns at all. I am not worried about the Browns at all. You're going to regret that. No, I will die on this, so I am not concerned about the Browns whatsoever. The Ravens, the very first time, and then last but not least, the Chiefs. The Titans, not too concerned. The Vikings, not too concerned. The Chiefs, that's going to be a problem because the last time we played against the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, this was 2 years ago, and Patrick Mahomes had himself a career day. I mean, Big Ben was no slouch either, but our defense got absolutely destroyed. And I'd like to see how we'll play much later in the season. Mind you, this is right after Christmas. This is going to be a later afternoon kind of game. Not quite prime time, but 4:25 kind of game. So I expect us to go out there and do what we got to do. And then close out the season either 11-6 is our floor, or possibly 13-4. But I see Pittsburgh beating the Raiders, Bengals twice, the Broncos, Browns both times, the Bears, that shouldn't be a problem. The Lions, that's going to be a trap game, but Pittsburgh should be able to walk away with a W there. The Chargers, that should be no problem. The Vikings, that's a toss-up as well. Also trap game that's there as well, but I think they'll pull it out. The Titans, I believe Pittsburgh will wake up and get that one going, but I have the Titans defense. I will never have faith in them. And then last but not least, the Browns and Ravens to close out the season. Those are the ones where it's like, okay, we got to see. The Browns, I think the last, the week 16, 17, could be something to make you wonder, but I don't think Pittsburgh's going to lose to Cleveland twice. And then last but not least, against the Ravens at home, depending on what's on the line. If we beat Baltimore the first time around, I think we'll mess around and lose to them, at the end of the year. I think we'll split against Baltimore, but it really depends on what's on the line for that particular game. If the division's on the line, I'm not going to pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I would say we lose between 4 to 6 games. I think it's a guarantee we'll lose 3. But between 4 to 6 games. But I got Pittsburgh going to the postseason. I would go, game by game and talk about, how certain things play out. But we'll see when the time comes, because it's hard to call how things will go way ahead of time. It's just a prediction I'm pulling from the sky. You know how I feel about my Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm always optimistic that we'll be able to get the job done. But I got Pittsburgh, losing as much as 6 games, but at least as 4 or 3, really. But I got Pittsburgh going to the postseason. Yeah, but for the Browns fans who thought, oh man, we're gonna whip their ass. It's not happening. It's not happening. Stay away to 7, man. We need a Super Bowl. This is gonna be better last year. Come on, man. It's gonna be better last year. Win the Super Bowl. Get it together. Steelers fans, we ain't do this in quite some time, but get your hands up in here, all right? Steelers on 3, win on 6. 1, 2, 3, Steelers. 4, 5, 6, win. Let's get that goddamn Lombardi, goddammit. I'm gonna roll up out of here real slow. I'm gonna roll real slow. Yeah. Yeah. Go Steelers.